Hi everybody, good morning. This is Kaylana the Blessed Driver, and this is a live video right here in the Orlando, Florida area. And I just want to let you guys know that I am fine in regards to Hurricane Irma. And today is September 11th, 2017, and it's about noon. And I just wanted to let you guys know how it went. We did get a lot of rain, of course, lots of wind. It's still windy now, but we did have a curfew. Like yesterday, the curfew started at 7 p.m. and there were unfortunately people still out driving past 7. I seen some people like out the window and stuff, and out of my sliding glass door, that there are people out on the road driving up and down the road. Now, I don't know what people's reasons are why they were driving, even though there's a curfew, but it could have been for a number of reasons, and so that's really not my business. However, I am fine. I did not get any I didn't get any damage to my property or anything in my neighborhood. There was nothing really major. But I did drive out this morning because I just need to get some fresh air, you know. And also the power did go out in my neighborhood. Power did go out. Very little data reception for anybody, even my neighbors. I checked with my neighbors and they weren't able to get any cell phone service either. So power's out almost in most places. There are some Wawas in the area that are open. I only saw one that was open, and that's not too far from my home. When I was gonna head there to get a cup of coffee, but when I got towards the light to turn into the Wawa, sorry, it says very bad connection. I don't know why. I seen literally hundreds of people at Wawa at this one location, and there were people standing outside of the door waiting in line to get inside. It was bad. So I was like, you know what? I just drove until I saw two more, but they weren't open. And so I said, you know, I'm just going to come back home. And so right now I'm just driving around just to get some fresh air, just to see how things are going. The curfew lifted about an hour ago, so we were allowed to drive around and do whatever we had to do. Very few places are open. There are some 7-Elevens that may be open today, but I know there's a few Wawas that are open. And like I said, you guys, I lost power. I was able to preserve my phone and stuff. However, I noticed that after like maybe 3 or 4 this morning, my cell phone service was bad. And even my mom, she works in the hospital, and she wasn't able to do much of anything either. So yeah, guys, so right now, like once I left my apartment like I am now, then like I'm able to get cell phone service, because some cell phone towers are down in certain areas. And so yeah, like when I drove around this morning and what I saw wasn't too bad. Yeah, there were some branches and stuff down, some trees that were down. There was some property damage, very little to no flooding at all. Like me, I live in like my complex, I live in a brick condo, so they're brick. They're very sturdy and stuff, so there was no damage there. Some businesses, I did see some signs that were down, that were damaged, all on the ground, and some stuff, but I didn't see a whole lot of serious damage. And so I was gonna do a couple of videos, like just to record a couple of videos and just make like one big one to show you guys what it looks like around here. But maybe in the background you guys can probably kind of see like how like this isn't my neighborhood. Like where I am right now, this is not my neighborhood, but I'm gonna switch here. I'm gonna show you something. This is in Winter Park. I'm like actually right across the street from Full Sail. You can see Full Sail right across the street, and you can see it like some of the branches and stuff and the trees, and you know that like you guys can see it like how the wind was, but the wind was way worse this morning. The wind was like, it was really bad last night, because like it got like my power went out like around 9 p.m. last night in like the entire neighborhood, and actually it was in the entire city that I live in. And so everybody had no power. And like the wind started getting bad around 8, but then it got worse in the middle of the night. Like after midnight, that's when it got bad. And so it was rough, because I was afraid that maybe like my windows would burst, but they didn't. And so after that, like I fell asleep, I woke up, woke up, and I was like off and on throughout the night. But then that was it. So it wasn't too serious, y'all. It wasn't, you know. And you know, like last night, I posted some, I forgot what it was. I was just posting an update or something, and this one lady who's also a Christian, she posted she had commented on my post, and she was saying that I needed to, because I was just joking. I was like, hey guys, my power just went out. I think I might hide in my closet, like take some melatonin and hide in my closet and go to sleep, just playing around. But my power did go out. And I was just saying, thank you for your prayers, whatever. And she commented, well, don't do that, she was like, when the water comes up, you're going to drown. And so she's telling me I was going to drown. I'm looking at her like, I'm like looking at my phone like, really? This is a woman of faith. Like, how can you say how can you say that? So I deleted the comment. I didn't even respond to it and stuff. But there's been like a lot of other saints who are like, yeah, you need to evacuate. You need to leave. But I know if God told me to stay, then I'm staying. And I had no reason to leave. Like, it wasn't even that bad. And to me, the hurricane was very similar to Matthew. Hurricane Matthew last year was like, it was lots of wind, but it really wasn't at least that bad in my area. Well, where I was at that time. And there's a lot of people who are putting panic inside of you. Like, if you let people like worry you like that, you're not going to survive, And so me, like, I had a calm, and there are a lot of people that were praying. And so, prayers make a difference. Prayers work. I don't care what people say. Prayer is very important. And so, I was okay. I wasn't like stressed out or anything. But when the power did go out, of course, it starts to get warm in the apartment. And so I just kind of got out to get some fresh air. And right now, that's what I'm doing. Just getting some fresh air and stuff. And so I don't know if I'm going to be able to work tomorrow, how Instacart is going to be able to do that. But I just need to get out. It's not too bad. People are driving around. People are doing their thing. Thank you, Dawn. Dawn just said, I know you will be safe. Thank you, YF. I appreciate that. And so, guys, listen, like, the hurricane wasn't even that bad. And so I'm just like, I'm going to try to say this nicely. Like, the media is going to say what they're going to say. Bella said, I was waiting to hear from you. Thank God you're okay. My son is fine. He's at his dad's house. And so I'm supposed to get him tomorrow, throughout the rest of the week. But I don't know how that's going to go, because I don't know if he's going to have school. So I guess whoever has power first is where he's going to be, which is more important. So, but I talked to him yesterday. He said it was fine and stuff like that. But most likely, because they don't have any power over there either, he might not have any cell service. So, but yeah, we're okay. And, but the media, like, they have to do their job. Yes, he is, Bella. He is all the time. The media has to do their job, but at the same time, you got to understand ratings. It's almost like, because, TV networks also not only go by ratings, but some of them do get nominated for like Emmy awards and stuff like that. So I guess whatever is popular, they have to kind of over-exaggerate, overemphasize stuff to make it seem worse than what it really is. I'm not saying don't take precautions to what the people on the news are saying. However, I know that my God is bigger than that. You see what I'm saying? And so, in my opinion, I know this may sound funny, but think about it. If these news reporters are projecting the worst, why would they even be out there in the middle of a hurricane giving us the news anyway? You see what I'm saying? Like, there's a lady, there's a reporter locally here in Orlando who was out there right in the middle of the storm. I forgot where she was at. I want to say she was like near Merritt Island. It was somewhere on the beach. And she was at this mobile home neighborhood. And so she was out. The wind was bad. It was just beating her all in the face. And she was out there just chilling. But she was like, hey guys, yeah, it's really bad out here, and so I understand that, but she was on the beach. Like, I'm inland, like I'm right in the middle. So it's like, we're not even near the beach, and so some of them get all extra just to get us all pumped up. And like, there are people who like left their jobs and they went up north or they went west to escape this hurricane. And think about it. If none of us even had the news around, how would we even know what was coming? You see what I'm saying? And so, I know you guys theatrics, because I do theater, I do film, so I know things. And they just, sorry if my connection is bad. And she was like, oh yeah, it's going to get terrible. This is going to be the absolute worst scene tonight. And I was actually canceling her words. I'm like, why would you say something like, even if the weather is going to get deep, like, she could have at least said, hey, you guys, the weather's going to be kind of rough tonight, but I trust that you guys will be safe. She said none of that. Oh, this is going to be terrible, terrible, terrible. Like, even like when people speak that negativity over the media, like, it goes into the airways. Like, you have to renounce that stuff, and I didn't receive anything that she said. Yes, the weather was rough. Yes, we got a lot of wind. Yes, we got a lot of rain. But what they predicted or projected, it never came to pass. You see what I'm saying? Because when you got a bunch of believers gathering together in prayer, we're able to cancel some things. And if it was God's will for anything devastating to happen, then it was going to happen. Unfortunately, there was a death. There was a fatality last night. Somebody was out there driving past the curfew, and they ran into a pole and they died. It's right here in Orlando. And so I guess they didn't see it. That's what they said in the news. They said like they couldn't see it, and so they ran into a pole. It was sad, but even like late, like 10, 11 o'clock at night, I seen people driving up and down the road, like on 436. You guys know what 436 is? A major road here in Central Florida. It's very, very, very long. And so I promise you, like I could see out of my glass door that the cops are pulling people over left and right because they shouldn't have been out there driving. And I understand if you have like an emergency, but really it's not worth it, because say if there's like a down power line and you can't see it and you drive over that, or like you walk over that, you know, you would get electrocuted. Not only that, like there's a lot of, like even now it's like noon, it's like past noon. A lot of places have no power, y'all. I'm not joking. Like even some of the street lights don't work, nothing. So only certain places that are open, like there are a few 7-Elevens that are open. Earlier was open, but literally of people, I couldn't believe it. They're all standing in line. So I'm like, what y'all trying to buy today? Either they're trying to buy beer, cigarettes, or probably coffee or something. And so like I wasn't gonna stand in line for an hour just to get a cup of coffee, you know what I mean? And so Starbucks wasn't open, but I did see Waffle House. Like Waffle House is open. And I was considering going there to maybe get like some hash browns and you know, maybe some grits and a cup of coffee or something, or some oatmeal or whatever. But last night when my power went out, it would flicker on and off. And I was right in the middle of making some vegan muffins, and I just put them in the oven. No more than 10 minutes later, my power went out. I was getting ready to make some ramen noodles with some kale, and I put it in a bowl, and I was just getting ready to put some water in it. My power just went out, so I couldn't make that. So, but I do have food. I have tons of water. My hot water is on. So some people say like when your power goes out, you don't have like hot water or water at all, but I do. So I don't know. But right now, I'm just waiting on my power to come back on. It might not be until a day or two from now. I don't know how long it's going to be. And see that guy in the background? He just walking. So yeah, guys, just keep me in your prayers. I thank you so much. Like those of you guys that were praying for me, I really appreciate that. And don't ever think that your prayers were in vain. Don't think that your prayers didn't matter. Don't think that they didn't happen, because they did. And thank you so much, because God is able. He's bigger than all of this. And they're saying that there's another hurricane or two coming along the way, whatever. But understand that I am from Florida. I'm a Floridian, so like I know like this weather, and so like I'm used to it. And so think about it, like just like how some of you guys might be from New York or from up north, like you guys may be used to the cold. You know, you guys may be used to the snow. You know, like I'm used to this type of weather. And so but you know, I did take the necessary precautions in case there's an emergency. And I'm a little disappointed because I bought all this stuff, some of this food that I was planning on cooking ahead of time, and it might go bad, so I might have to buy a whole set of groceries now. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna probably do like another video, but it might not be live. I'm just gonna do like a compilation of videos and just show you guys what it looks like around here. Like I said, it's not a whole lot of major damage, but it is some, you know, like it is some damage. And but it's not that bad. Like it's not like it's the same as what it was last year with Irma. I meant with Hurricane Matthew. I'm sorry. So I have not seen any buildings that are torn down. Like maybe some roof damage to some places. They have like older buildings. And so yeah, guys, it's not too bad. But I'm gonna get off of here, and I will do another video later. But I'm actually trying to find a place where I can some guys just walking around. I am gonna try to find a place where I can get some coffee or something, because I really like need it. You know, and since I have no power, I can't make any at my house and stuff. So I'm praying to God that I will be able to work at least a couple days this week, if not 4 days, hopefully. Because I haven't been to work in almost a week since like last Wednesday was the last time I did Instacart or anything. And I need to make sure I have money. So I got bills, I got stuff to take care of and stuff like that. So I'll keep you guys updated. So I apologize if my connection is bad. So I'll talk with y'all later. Thank you so much for your prayers, and I'll holla.